Okay, Jag, Mr. Winner of BB25, looking fresh today.
Hey,
As
thank you. Thank
always,
you.
as always, we're the Couch Potato Queens. We're a fully LGBTQ network to cover reality TV, Big Brother. We've been grilling you guys for 100 days. But to start off, I do want to know, Jag, how did your game change for, I want to say, the better when you joined the Mafia with Matt and I?
Hey, Mafia gang, dude. I mean, dude, when Bowie asked me that question, the amount of relief I had, I was like, thank God she's not grilling me with something else. Like, I thought it was gonna be like something about me like cutting her at the final three, because shout out to Bowie for that because she didn't have a lot of time to process that. Like she just joined the jury, whereas everyone else had been in the jury for a bit, had time to process the emotions, think about gameplay. So uh, I'm so grateful for her for asking that question. And I mean, you all saw me with the Mafia. Like we were a solid team. You know what I mean? We were winning comps, and that was a huge part of the entire gameplay. So um, shout out to
When
her, shout out to the Mafia.
when did you start taking it serious though? Because it kind of looked like it was kind of because we all know how watching as fans, Bowie Jane was kind of that, okay, we'll just bring her along, but wasn't taking that serious. When did you kind of be like, oh, let me take her a little bit more serious?
In terms of like working with her or
Yeah,
going to,
right.
I mean, look, we had been working together. The first chunk of the season, we weren't working together. We weren't aligned on the same side. But from what I had heard and from what I could tell from her, she was someone that was loyal. So I wanted to work with her. Eventually that whole like the airing out of every alliance happened like mid-season, and so after that is when I realized like, look, um, there's a lot going on, and there was also a blind side that had happened with Bowie and everything. So I was like, look, there's a lot that's going on. Bowie is someone that I want to work with. And so, I'd started working with her. And I think the more I got to know her, the more I got to spend time with her, the more serious it just got continually. And I don't remember exactly when, but there was a point at which I think it was during Bowie's HOH that Matt and I and Bowie sat together in the HOH room and we're like, look, let's lock this down. Like this is the final three. Let's lock it down. And that point onward, we were coasting.
Perfect. All right. So to segue from that, okay. So this is no shade. I'm a fan. I'm not like the BB Twitter crazies. So don't take this with a grain of salt. So you did say, okay, Sari and Felicia were bullies and blah blah blah. And there was a point where all hell broke loose when they were exposed. So they were working with everybody. But then, I'm not gonna lie, Jack, you played a solid game, man. You were my draft pick, and you won. So
Hey, thank you.
right, like your final speech was fire, 100% fire. So like that's what I'm saying. This is no shade to this question. So you started having alliances with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like, did you look at their strategy and kind of like copy it, or were you just not aware that damn, I'm doing the same thing I was, calling them out for doing? If that makes sense.
For me, I love Sari and Felicia. I love everybody on the cast. I don't actually, nobody is a bully there. I think when I even said that, I meant that in purely a game sense. Like I'm someone that separates game and personal very much so. And I mentioned that a lot in the house too. They're not bullies. They're not bad people. They're great people. I love them to death. It was just on a game sense. I felt really like excluded in a lot of. I was like, what is going on with alliances and stuff? And so that's just that piece. And later on, I think after the whole airing out happened and everyone was in so many alliances, was when I just sort of realized like I was pretty loyal to a fault to the alliances that I was in. And at that point, I was like, all right, cool. If other people aren't playing that same game, now I can play my game and I can choose who I want to be loyal to. And to me, that person was Matt. And so I was like, cool, I'm going to be loyal to Matt. that's how I'm going to play a game that is true to who I am, which is a loyal game. And everyone else, I can't be loyal to everyone. If I'm loyal to everyone, I'm loyal to no one. And so at this point, it's game on. We're all playing Big Brother. It's what we signed up for. It's the game we all love. And so, may the best man or woman win.
Okay. Okay. Now, I have to ask this. I just thought of this question, but why did you expose your secret HOH? You had an invisible HOH that you could have, you ended up nominating 4 people. You could have gotten 0 blood on your hands and you chose to get the most blood. Why did you spill that? Why did you spill that?
Look, there was not a way for me to get no blood on my hands, actually, from my perspective. I was targeting blue that week, and the only people that would have put up blue from the house consensus was me and Matt or Corey and America. And at that point, everyone thought it was either me or Corey that had won the invisible HOH. The moment I put blue on the block, Corey and America know it's not them, and so they're going to turn towards me and Matt. They think it's me already. I just didn't own up to the fact that I'm invisible HOH, so now I break trust with them. I burnt that bridge for no reason. They're not my target anyway that week. So I felt as though I had to tell them in order to build trust with them, because it's very easy to pinpoint who the invisible HOH is the moment blue touches the block. Now, it just so happened that blue also won the veto, and then I had to pivot and be like, look, I'm going to put Corey and America on the block because they're just the next people that, in my plan of who needs to go and who my targets are and who the biggest threats are to my game, they were the next people there. And so I ended up putting half the house on the block.
And they were found out.
To myself too. I was like, wow, my first HOH, and I have everybody on. It was a stressful week, but I'm happy it worked out.
Definitely. Awesome. Okay, so my next question is, were you able to watch any of the episodes, live feeds, or get any tea on what happened in the game that surprised you?
I actually haven't. So I haven't seen anything back from the season yet. I feel like everything has been such a whirlwind. I haven't really set aside time to rewatch, feeds or not even to watch feeds or episodes or any of that. So I'm not sure on what actually happened. I don't know most of the secrets. The Jared and Sari twist was the biggest twist. I was absolutely blindsided, bewildered. My jaw was on the floor when that happened. I mean, you guys probably saw my reaction. I got up off my chair and I was like, me and Matt were in there just freaking out, because I never saw it coming. I never saw that coming. And I was like, we got played. Jared was part of my side of the house at the beginning of the game. Sari was on the other side of the house. And just thinking about it back, we never had a chance. You know what I mean? That's wild. But I'd say well played for them. That's incredible. And I had no clue. So props to them for that.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So just to round it out, with the Couch Potato Queens, we like to do our microwave minute. It's a little quick fire. Just give us the first thing that comes to your mind. If you could do just one word or the first thing that comes to your mind. Let's start off with the showmance between America and Corey.
Love it. Love them. They're some of my best friends.
Jared and Blue.
Jared and Blue, awesome.
Matt and Riley, this newly found showmance.
So happy for Matt and Riley. Love Matt. I know he was so excited when he got the letter from Riley. Love seeing that.
Definitely. Awesome. Well, will you have any other rapid questions?
I do have a question though. What is the Nether region? Where did you go?
I went to the Nether region is where I went, and all I can say about the Nether region is that it was scary.
Okay. Is there how is it being out the house in terms of with like people that you work, are you closer with anybody now that it's like, oh, this is how you are outside the house? Are anybody like is like different in terms of like the way they act?
You know, like no one's acted different towards me. You know, like I've loved I think people were really authentic in the house and outside the house. So far, I've only had a few days out here, but everyone's been super like supportive, super welcoming, just overwhelmingly positive, and so I'm super appreciative of that too. You know, like it's not just game that like people weren't just putting on face. Like everyone genuinely is so kind, and I feel like I actually made like great relationships with everyone on a personal level in the house, and so I'm thankful that that still remains true.
Awesome, awesome.
That's good to hear.
Thank you, Jag, man. We are with the winner of BB25. This is an honor. Appreciate you. Just give you your flowers, man. You. At first, it was a little rocky, but once you got control, you played a hell of a game. And ignore BB Twitter. Like you're up there and like like I wouldn't say good, but like you're up there in terms of winners. Like
you set the record for comp wins in a season.
Yeah, man. Congrats. So thank you for joining us. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
You beat the odds. You were out. You were evicted unanimously, and you came back and won. So that's something to be proud of.
It dominated the hell out of the game, man. That was nice to watch.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much.
Definitely. Thank you.